What's going on, traders? Yeah, just want to get on here and share my Forex journey with you guys, growing a $500 account. I'm really new to the game, so definitely don't take financial advice from me. You'll probably lose money. That's what I've been doing for the past couple weeks, just on a really terrible losing streak. But hopefully can start turning that around in real time, so you guys can watch, learn, we can share, we can kind of go on this thing together for people that are just trying to get their feet wet and trying to put their money in something that's generating some capital, generating some extra income, all that kind of stuff. And so for me, just for anybody new, I've just kind of for the past handful of months been balls deep in the Forex market. I was in the stock market for a little bit of that. Problem was a thing called pattern day trader rules. And so for anybody that has no idea about finance, for anybody has any idea about like how that works, you can't do more than 3 or 4 day trades in a rolling 5-day period in the stock market if you don't have 25K in your brokerage account. And so I don't have 25K in my brokerage account. So the next logical step to learn the skills of finance like this is the Forex market, because you can buy and sell unlimited amounts. You can start with as little as $100. A lot of them are leveraged pretty high so that you can actually grow the account fast, but you can blow it fast too. As far as my track record, I'm not doing fantastic profits or anything. I've been going on these streaks. I was like up. I grew this $500 account to almost $800-900, and then just boom, just tanked it, back down to 500. And so kind of wanted to share this journey collectively, for anybody who's listening, anybody's onto this channel for a while now, knows that this is a brand new thing. So let's get into it, And so I trade one pair exclusively for the time being, which is the GBP USD. Which is the British pound to US dollar. It follows the euro USD pretty correlatedly, if that's a word. All of these kind of exchanges seem to follow one another in a kind of network, but doesn't necessarily mean that you can coordinate I'm going to buy like 5 different random things, because I did that. And then next thing you know, when they're all going down, then it's just the same as being all in. I'm getting ready I'm on the 1-minute chart. This has been dropping like a rock for a while. I've been fucked on each one of these like lower lows, thinking it's going to take off in the other direction. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a sell in real quick. And I've been doing like a 5 pip stop loss. Try to keep the loss under 1%. When I'm just scalping like this, I don't even want to do a 1%. I just try to do a 1/4 to 0.5%, just because I've been wrong quite a bit and I've been going back and forth. Kind of the logic behind what I just did is if it goes above this higher high right here, then I've lost. Like the idea is gone. It's gone from a downtrend to an uptrend if it breaks that point. So it's like I got a 4.7 pip stop loss. I'm risking $3.66 if it goes in the other direction. But I'm going to go ahead and just target this lower low to see if it makes a double bottom or whatnot. I just type in an equal take profit and go down to this lower low. So almost a 1-to-3 ratio, risk to reward. Pretty close. We'll just let that play out. Now it's after noon, so not a whole lot of volatility anymore. For people that are doing the sessions, New York session starts at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Really starts to slow down about noon. People go to lunch and shit, and like you can see from that trade up $1.40 already. We'll let that just do its thing as we're just sitting here just chilling as this thing's doing what it does. But like for people that are like new to these concepts, there's a lot to be learned when it comes to these time frames, I have the same pair in multiple time frames, so I don't get confused of what's happening in the bigger picture. I've seen some people on YouTube, they'll have like a watch list of like 20 different pairs. I can't do that at the moment. And so you can kind of see on the 1 hour chart, I have these zones marked out with alarms, so I don't have to sit here and watch everything. This can actually be dropped. So these zones are buy zones. Anytime it gets down to this level, it's probably a good chance it's going to shoot back up to the upside. But since it's been falling like a rock and it's broken the lower low, it was trading sideways. Who knows how far this will probably sink down low. It might bounce all the way up for all I know. It's one of those things where it's kind of is what it is. And so the way I break my charts up is into these supply and demand zones, these support and resistance zones. It's called many different things, but it's all talking about the same stuff. Where like up here, this is a good example. If you guys can, I don't know, see this cursor, hopefully you can. But we'll get onto the 1 minute chart, and you can see at this line right here, whenever price hits it, it either becomes support and the price bounces up, or it becomes resistance and then the price just drops like a rock. And so it's pretty easy to see on the larger time scale where these zones exist. And the reason that's so colorful is because that's a Fibonacci retracement. So anytime it drops like a rock, you can use this tool to hit the new lower low and compare it to the higher high. And you can see how that price hits that barrier like every time, like almost like perfectly. See it dropped all the way down. So it's like the next take profit after that new lower low is going to be beneath that zone somewhere. But it's one of those things where you just gotta give it time to do its thing. Right now, it's gone the opposite direction on me, and down a little bit now. We'll see how that plays out. And this will probably be my last trade because I've been getting caught in this choppy bullshit. And I have like a personal rule: stop trading sideways formations, especially on the smaller time scale, because they just go up so much and up and down that it's hard to even set take profits and everything, just because there's so much movement and there's just so much crap going on. But you can see at the moment, we'll zoom into the 1 minute chart, that stop loss is still above there. Hasn't been hit yet. Doesn't mean it won't, but odds are, since this lower low is lower than this one, it will probably either bounce at this moment here and go down even more, or it'll continue up. More than likely, though, it'll come back down again. And if it lands like in this area, just above that lower low, it'd be a good place just to get out and just be done for the day, because I'm just almost gambling at this point where it's just higher low, higher low, higher low. Which is one of those problems, for me, those like weaknesses, I guess, where it can kind of just be fun and exciting, where it's just like, oh, is it up, low, high, whatever, and meanwhile you're just pissing away all your money, because there are fees and stuff for each one of these like little trades or whatnot. The broker takes some dollars, I don't even know how much, enough that it's like significant when you're doing multiple times. But I just wanted to kind of get my feet wet in doing these streams. I just hit the stop loss, so down $4.99. So we're right at the $500 account. Try to make this at least break even for the week. That's the goal temporarily, is focus on the small wins. Is just maintaining as a win, so we'll continue the update, this journey. Hopefully we can do this together, get good, better and better together as a collective, as a unit. And like I said, you can pick any currency pair you want, whatever suits your lifestyle. Some of the, if you lived in Australia, like, a buddy of mine does, it might be better to focus on currency pairs that are their own currency that exists in their part of the world that's active when they're up and around and whatnot. And so, but it is what it is. Be led to the correct pair for you. But all of them kind of follow these similar ideas. It's fractal in the way it works. So when you got the 1 minute chart, then you can get the 15-minute going, which is what I like to do with these Fibonacci zones. Kind of see what's happening, where you can take profit, where you can get out if you're wrong. Then keep it on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, just for those even bigger trends. So it's like right now we're actively working on the lower lows, but since it's in a downtrend, who knows how far that will actually go. You can kind of look to the left here. It looks like there's a little bit more of a bottom that it can be targeted, but this looks like a pretty solid sideways range of price for the foreseeable future, which is not bad. I think that's actually kind of a good thing on the larger time scale, because it'll probably go back up here eventually. A lot of these retail traders are doing like 3 times before it drops significantly or does something significant. So it's like, but this could drop from here just down to here and it's significant. And that looks like it's going up. I'm going to break my own rule. I'm just going to take a buy. Fuck it. And this is me being impulsive and watch it just drop like a fucking rock again. But, it's like, I just wanted to get in on this because it's still in this buy zone. And, it's very likely once it finally settles at the bottom that it'll eventually then go up to the upside, because that's just the nature of how this works. It's like higher highs, lower lows, and so once you're at the bottom of the pile, it's going to head back up here eventually. It's just how much can you endure in the meantime, and dwindle your account. So, now that I got that order, do the same thing, put the stop. Let's do 4 pips or 5 pips. And that's basically at this zone right here. Since it busted through this higher high, get the stop loss below it. And like I said, this will be my last one. Favorite, addict speak. Just one more. And so a big part of this is developing the discipline to not do the same kind of insanity of like, oh, well, it didn't work last time I doubled down and did this. I'm going to just stop for the day and just be done and take my win, take my loss, and go on. Otherwise, you can kind of just spiral. Next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, I lost $100 and I'm not doing any of my discipline. I'm not doing my entries. I'm just, and I'm not being a good role model of that at all, being impulsive and just doing a live stream showing this, buying that. But, this is for educational purposes now. So it's not just being alone in my room just piddling shit away. Hopefully this is educational then too. So as we're watching this thing do its thing, it's important not to become super emotional about what's happening. A lot of times, my entry pattern that I've been trying to get more disciplined at following, instead of becoming emotional and it's like, oh, it's going up, let's just get in on it, is actually once this thing breaks, to get in on it again. But since there was such a dramatic shot to the upside there, after dropping for... what we got here? Let's measure this. After dropping for an hour and 15 minutes, is about time it has a reversal, and it's not hit this lower low. It's been hovering above it. Again, this is not an ideal time of day to do this trade because it's getting out of session. But again, we're just throwing shit against the wall, kind of, and all this is all about ratios, really, and scale. I've been doing on this $500 account, just getting the skill set and trying to stay in balance and profitable. And then once the game plan, the discipline's really concrete, then heading out to some of these prop firms. I got an account with was it True Forex Funds, something like that. There's one that just came out as being a total fucking scam. That was actually was it my Forex Funds? A total fucking scam. The way they were doing shit, was against the traders. They were trying to not even is basically keeping things in demo mode and like using the money that people pay for the prop challenges to have this little ecosystem. And when traders are like actively like winning, that means the prop firm is losing because they're not actually drawing from the market. They're drawing from the pool of demo whatever prop challenges. And so there's a whole freaking thing. But the nice thing about those prop challenges is it gives you access to larger funds if you've got the discipline. I've already failed handful of times, probably 4 times, just because I was like, I don't know, just exuberantly cocky. I don't know, but like the mindset was, okay, well, I had a couple times where I was like successfully just in this $500 account doing the demo challenges, being under 1%, making profit, this and that. And then it's like, oh, I can do it. Let's just dive into the deep end of the pool. And then, this last time, I don't know what the hell was going on with me, but I woke up in the morning and I was up, I think $200, it was like, I was like on a $10,000 account. I was up like $200, and it was just like, for whatever reason, I just I just was just like, I don't want to say gambling, but it was like gambling, because I was just putting 100% of the lot size on these small little moves, and I was on the 1 minute chart, just higher low, and I just got carried away with it. Next thing you know, just went past like my loss limit, and it's like, oh shit, in an hour I just like blew that challenge. So take advice sparingly from me as somebody just on a Forex journey, by no means a financial expert giving financial advice, no fucking way. This is just what I'm doing, trying to learn this new skill. And I want to share it with you guys. So for those that I think I'm going to bounce, with that losing trade at the end there, now down 493, we'll hit this again tomorrow, and hopefully do a live trading session right when New York opens. So if you're still maybe scared to put your own type of stuff in, you can kind of watch, kind of explain as we're going. Why I'm taking trades, why I'm doing what I'm doing, why I'm losing money, why I'm being undisciplined, and turn those around into like, actually like, okay, I'm not going to fall for the same fucking trick over and over again. Going to learn from my mistake, do something different, move forward. And so with that being said, thanks, for listening. Check out, subscribe to the channel. Mainly the new videos are going to be Forex journey videos. I feel like the last playlist I've been doing, I've already said, it's like, what more do you want to, it's like, now just take action and then do it, so it's like, I'm just been repeating myself. So I want to do something different, continue with the guitar stuff, music stuff, and Forex, and that's going to be the direction of the channel for the foreseeable future. So, thanks for liking, sharing, subscribing. I appreciate it. I appreciate, the love and support, all of the social networking things, all that kind of stuff. And until the next session, God bless.